Our prayers. Om, Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Akhandamandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandasya gnananjanashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deva Maheshwara, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Avaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yat Kincha Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyapityata Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayana Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Rutavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadvasadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stuvanti Daivaihi Stavaihi Vedaihi Sangapada Kramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Jnanavasita Tadgatan Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantana Vidu Surasura Ganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami ma sucha. With this, we will go in our 30 seconds dhyana. Chapter 6 is a very elaborate. For the method of dhyana and all that. And I was waiting for that moment, so you will clearly connect. You will be clearly able to connect our 30-second concept into the real dhyana, because we needed some theoretical background. So, with that said, I'm going to begin with where we left, stanza number 27. Couple things I have to mention in the stanza, all of the stanza, but some of them are very core and captivating. This is one of that. The physical body of the stanza has very rhythmic sandhi. And beyond that, there is very rhythmic samas. Sometimes they both appear separately, but sometimes in one long line, they are both confounded. And that is so much enjoyable, unbelievable. I'm going to show you a couple of them today. And you don't have to worry about whether you have the Sanskrit background or not, because there is nothing to learn in the Sanskrit language anyway. You can easily learn that. After splitting that sandhi and samas, if you just rearrange the nouns and the verb portion, and put the adjectives and things like that in a proper perspective. There is no need to know the grammar or even vocabulary. It will be self-explanatory. And the reason I'm saying this is when you will do this way and really read the stanza as compared to the translation, either in Hindi or Gujarati or whatever, I think you will get tremendously, significantly more juice from the direct stanza. It is only my recommendation. You do whatever is your choice. I have absolutely nothing to say about that. This 27, I'm going to read the stanza first, and then we will figure out that 27 stanza is not a complete sentence. It is connected to 28. We will figure that out right away. And therefore, we will do this 27 and 28 together. Sparshan krutva bahihi. Yet we don't find any connection here. Sparshan krutva bahihi. Bahyan chaksu eva antare. Bruvoho. Pranapanau samau krutva. Nasa abhyantara charinau. There are two krutva, and krutva is participle gerund here, means having done. So in both of the lines it says having done, having done. That means the sentence is not complete here. But let's see how we can associate the like phrases here. Nasa abhyantara charino. This word charino is a dual. And it is a samas. Nasayaha antare charino. You can see this nasayaha chatti vibhakti of nasa. Nasa means the nasal tract. Nasa is also used for elephant trunk. And nasa yaha is a genitive chatti vibhakti. નાકની અંદર અભ્યંતરે ઊંડાણમાં અભ્યંતરે સાતમી વિભક્તિ ચારિણો. There are charino. Charin is a word. Charin means moving. So this will be connected to who is moving. Prana apano. Ingoing breath and outgoing breath. That is moving in the nostrils. So let's connect them together. Now in the first line it says Sparshan krutva bahihi. This is a marvelous phrase. Let's see in what respect it is marvelous. Those who want to do dhyana, this is the beginning stanza here. It will connect in chapter 6. I'm going to connect the phrases Bahyan Sparshan, Bahihi Krutva. Let's see now if we can translate or not. Outside context, Bahyan, outside. Outside context, Parshan means context. Context means those which are touchable by the senses. Bahyan Sparshan Bahihi Krutva. Bahyan Sparshan, Bahyan context. Whenever we try to go in dhyan, this is the problem. The first thing appear will be the Bahyan guys will enter the mind. Bahyan. બહારના માણસો બધા પેસી જવાના મગજની અંદર. Bahyan Sparshan. What to do then? He says, Bahyan Sparshan Bahihi Krutva. એને બહાર કાઢો. Bahi. This is a tremendous, potent phrase here. Bahyan Sparshan Bahihi Krutva. એ બહારનો કચરો બહાર રાખો. Bahyan Sparshan Bahihi Krutva. In 30-second dhyan, this is the beginning. Whenever that puppy dog brings something, some dirt from outside, and why I'm calling dirt, I'm going to explain that right away. There are two portions in the Sankhya. The temporary, body, mind, intellect, the temporary part. Another is permanent. The small self and the big self. And there are a couple of stanzas coming, how to connect the two for the samadhi. But for that stage, we have to remove this dirt from the temporary portion. Get the hell out from here. Get out. Why? Because I'm going to meet the Supreme. In the following couple of stanzas, it will come, Bandhuhu Saha. He is the only mitra, friend. You are all temporary. So I have absolutely no interest in you. No interest. This solid understanding, the true understanding, I bet will definitely take your mind from the temporary residence and will move into the permanent residence. It is just the understanding. That's all is required here. Okay, so what does he say? Bahyan Sparshan Bahihi Krutva. Chaksuhu eva antare bruvoho. Bru means Brahmar. And bruvoho is dual, Be Brahmar. Two eyebrows. And Chaksuhu eva, only. Nothing else. The Chaksuhu antare, at the tip of the nose, Prana panau samo krutva. But that prana panau samo, that is connected with nasa abhyantara charino. Nasal tract ની અંદર જે પ્રાણ અને અપાન મૂવ થાય છે તેને સમૌ કૃત્વા means balance. Balance means however much you are inhaling, only take that much out. So it would be a pure mathematical formula. The amount, and there is a reason because everything is connected. The more you will harmonize the breathing, the sooner will the mind cool down. Sooner the mind will cool down. How much cool down? Even the death comes. And I'm going to give you an example. Two examples. Buddha in his evening sabha announced that tonight I'm going to see Angulimal, the guy who cut many throats, many fingers, and was hanging those skulls and fingers as garland. Very formidable guy. All the chelas said, Guru, you will never come back alive. And Buddha was cool. Night fell, and he slowly, in his calm walking style, started walking to the forest. The fall season, dry leaves started crackling, and Angulimal shouted from a distance, "Hey, poor creature! Either you are ignorant that I live here, or maybe you are mentally ill." Buddha replied, I have no mind, so nothing has to be ill there. And I'm aware that you are here. I'm not ignorant either. Oh, really? And he was sharpening his sword. Hey, fool, stop there. Buddha replied, I have stopped walking since 20 years now. I'm not walking, but you are running right now. So Angulimal got very mad and got up, and with the sword now he started walking to the Buddha. Buddha again started talking, hey, look, my mind is still, not walking. But you are desperately thinking for no reason to kill me. You are the one who is running. And the power of the tapascharya, the genuine guy. When Angulimal looked at his face, having no disturbance, no line of any fear on the face, Angulimal clicked in his head, I have never seen this kind of guy. His sword fell on the ground. Next day, Angulimal became his Pattasishya. Buddha sent him to the town to beg, where he killed most of the people. They beat him to the death. In the evening, Buddha came himself, pick up Angulimal and put him on his shoulder and walk to the camp. But this is a very big example I'm giving. I'm going to give you another little example, but it is an example. Just to show you that these stanzas are not vain. The only thing is because these stanzas have been followed only 1 in 10 million, that is the reason. It is not sold in bazaar for 10 cents a stanza. Mercy Arvind's synthesis of yoga, each sentence in that book is as large as 2 or more pages. And when you read that synthesis of yoga, your mind will be caught and will move with each of the word, each of the sentence. He's teaching how to do dhyana. In the preface he has written, for 20 years it took time to write that book. But for the whole 20 years his mind was still, no thought. The book came out from thoughtless mind. You can read yourself and verify. That is what the meaning here, bahyan sparshan bahihi krutva. Bahyan sparshan bahihi krutva.